What happens to every franchise when it starts running out of ideas? They go to space. And LEGO Batman 3 doesn't just go to space, it goes all in. Honestly, it should have been called LEGO Justice League. Does bigger actually mean better? Following the events of LEGO Batman 2, Brainiac has arrived to shrink and steal planet Earth. It's up to the Justice League and a few of their villains to stop Brainiac and save the world. This is my favourite story so far. Batman actually goes on an arc. In the first level, Robin's afraid of Killer Croc. With a name like that, who wouldn't be? Batman tells him to have no emotion like he does. This sets up the story well, as soon Batman will be dealing with all the colours of the lanterns. They are powered by different emotions like fear, hope and rage. Next, Batman gets mind controlled by Brainiac. Robin can only free his mind by giving him a speech about friendship. When Batman is free, he says it was the electric shock that freed him. Later on, Batman will need to feel fear in order to get the Yellow Lantern. He thinks of Robin getting hurt, so he does have emotions. This ties in directly to the ending where Batman must give a speech like Robin did to a mind-controlled Superman. It is a simple arc they pulled off well. It is the heart of the story. The running joke of Batman saying it wasn't the speech throughout the game also added some humour to this. I'm also a big fan of how the story is structured. The first few levels are Batman and Robin trying to figure out what's going on. Then it's going to the Watchtower to stop Lex and the Joker. Next, Brainiac shows up to shrink Earth, and everyone has to work together to stop him. Finally, the gang has to split up to go to each of the Lanterns' planets in order to unshrink the Earth. The story is split into clear arcs. Once one thing gets boring, they switch to another and mix up the characters. It keeps things interesting. Unlike in LEGO Batman 2 where it felt like stopping the giant robot took half the game. This is much better on the story front. It's also filled with fun moments. Characters get affected by Lantern's emotions. So Cyborg will act scared, Flash will become greedy, and Lex actually starts to worry about Superman. One of my favourite moments is when everybody thinks Green Lantern is dead. Then he shows up and Joker cheers, "Yeah, he's not dead!" Well, some of the heroes swap outfits with the villains so they can go undercover. Seeing Batman do a Joker impression was a treat. I wouldn't say the game is very funny overall. There are fewer visual gags than before. Most of the focus is on the dialogue. It doesn't feel like they're trying to make as many jokes this time around. The focus is on telling the story. The voice acting is great and the story is good, but it's missing that classic LEGO charm for me. Tons of fan service though, lots of love shown to the 60s Batman. They also talk during the gameplay now and to trigger side missions. This does my head in. The side missions especially, they talk for so long and it's never funny or interesting. Just let me play the game. Speaking of gameplay, it's mostly the same. Combat, destruction, character swapping and puzzles all accounted for. Let's focus on what is different. Batman and Robin are not the only ones with suit powers this time around. Lots of characters can do multiple things now, which I'm not a big fan of. This leads to everyone feeling the same. In one level you'll have Cyborg, Robin and Joker. They all have magnetic suits, which could lead to more puzzles, where you need multiple magnets at the same time. But this isn't really explored, you only need one at a time. In the last game, Superman and Batman played differently, which I liked. Here, Batman can do everything Superman can do. He can fly and shoot lasers with a spacesuit, then freeze stuff with his snowsuit, and finally he has super strength with his power suit. Why have we made Superman obsolete? They do dish out the suit slowly, but this doesn't fix the endgame. You can now switch out suits anytime, which is what I said I wanted in the first game. Now you have to think about what suits you need instead of knowing right away. Or I would have said that, but the game will auto change the suit you need when you are close to the object. It's a nice quality of life feature, but it takes out the thinking part. Maybe this should have been a red brick upgrade. The techno power has been changed as well. Instead of hitting a button, you get sucked into a Tron platforming section. I like these sections, but they feel a bit out of place during the levels. It's a bit much. Flying feels much better this time around. Going up and down is simple and turning doesn't feel like steering, which is great. Also, they added the Wonder Woman TV theme when you fly as her. A nice touch. The game is structured differently as well. You have to finish the story before you can access everything. A good change as that should be the focus. The story levels are really good as well. They have multiple parts to each, making them feel longer and varied. My favourite level is the one where you go to the Watchtower. You start off in the Batcave to make a rocket, then when you're in space you have to fight off the Joker's bombs, then finally you're outside on the Watchtower and you can run all the way around it. It was crazy for one level. TT really rammed the title beyond Gotham. So many different locations get visited. We get the Batcave, the Hall of Justice, the Watchtower, each of the Lanterns' homeworld, and Europe. The Europe levels are especially cool. They are made out of LEGO because they have been shrunken down. It looks awesome and is very creative. The Lantern wheels are sick as well. Each has its own colour and vibe to them. The red wheel feels like hell and the blue one feels calm. This helps each level stand out from each other. The vehicle sections have been changed again. Now they play like that PS4 launch game. What was it called? Hang on. Resogun. You go around in a circle shooting and dodging. Power-ups can get dropped which change how your gun is fired. They may be my favourite vehicle section so far. Still a bit mindless but more engaging than LEGO Batman 2. At least there's no towing. Outside of the levels, the open world is gone. It's been replaced with multiple hubs. Each hub has side quests, races and bricks to find. This provides more varied locations and fan service. I prefer this change. It feels more manageable to do a hub at a time. With the open world, it feels more like a checklist. It does lead to the game feeling fragmented and less immersive, but I think I'll take the trade-off. There is still too much to do, bigger doesn't mean better. Like the roster, look how many there are. You're not going to use most of these. Why would you want to play as Kevin Smith? I generally prefer a smaller cast of characters. This is great for hardcore DC fans, but even they won't know who half of these are. I want to shout out the love for the 60s Batman. I did grow up watching it, so seeing Adam West become the citizen in peril like Stan Lee was in the Marvel games was cute. Then you find a 60s set in the Batcave, which was fun. Then you find out there was a whole 60s level, voiced by TV's Adam West, Mayor Quahog. A real treat to play through. The only downside to this level was it doesn't have a cutscene. It's a comic that's narrated. Like, it's fine, but it does feel cheap. The DLCs also have this. The DLC levels are fine, it's more of the same. I do like the variety though. Arrow, Man of Steel, Dark Knight Trilogy and A Bizarre World are my favourites. I wouldn't say they're a must plays, but they're normally on sale, so why not? I didn't play this one with my dad, but he did watch me play some of it and asked, why is Conan O'Brien in it? I still don't know. Ultimately, I enjoyed revisiting LEGO Batman 3. This is my first time replaying it since it came out. It is a lot better than I remember. The story is quite engaging with a fast pace. The LEGO formula is still fun. LEGO Batman 3 goes bigger, louder and more ambitious, but in doing so, it loses some of the charm that made the earlier games special. It proves bigger isn't always better. Time to rank it. First, I enjoyed this more than LEGO Batman 2, but it's not as good as 1. That helps narrow it down. And fear number 30. Both this and MK1 had fun gameplay, but the story pushes this above MK1. But I don't think it can go above Revenge of the Sith. Though short, that was a blast from start to finish. It proves bigger isn't always better. Tune in for the same bat time, same bat channel.